The biggest thing that I sold was that I'm multiple girls. I put all of that energy into creating Nala.
Before Nalaray would clock in over 1 million followers over on Instagram with her spicy content.
How's it pronounced?
Ahego.
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 Before Nalaray would reveal that she's earned an estimated $9 million during her short time in the spotlight.
How much money do you have at this point?
9 million? My parents kind of disowned me.
Before Nalaray would shock the world with her change of plans and return to her Christian roots. I mean, her dad was a pastor. Now, Nalaray, she made quite a name for herself with her anime-inspired content, including rolling her eyes to the back of her head, sticking out her tongue, and playing to many a male admirer. Now, this earned her both fame and fortune, but she recently had a massive change of heart. Now, scroll back to her Instagram account around circa 2017, and she was an entirely different person back then. Starting out as a fitness influencer, well, Nala, she was quickly tipped off to where the real money was being made, and she transformed into every gamer dude's fantasy e-girl. I mean, the girl had the blown-out lips, she had long lashes, rocket red hair, and cosplay-inspired outfits. Now, at the height of her success, well, Nala was reportedly earning around $300,000 US a month, while being an online girlfriend for as many as 7,000 men at once. Now that's when the money started rolling in, and this girl, well, she would do and say the wildest stuff on camera until she finally decided that enough was enough. So to find out what the straw was that broke this camel's back, well, you're going to want to stay tuned to the Before They Were Famous of Nalaray. My name, of course, is Michael McCrudden, and I'm back here on the main channel. Let's get her done. Nalaray is believed to have been born on December 3rd, 1998. That is according to famousbirthdays.com. Now, she grew up one of 5 children out in Missouri and is the daughter of Baptist Christians. In fact, her father, he was a pastor. Now, at one point in time, their family, they lost their house in a tornado. Doesn't get more Missouri than that. Her parents, they then divorced, and then they soon remarried. Now, her father, he was a pastor, but her dad, he must have been a bit of a hothead because he kept moving around and causing tension at the churches that he was hired to work at. Now, growing up as a pastor's daughter, well, this caused young Nala a lot of conflict as a child. I mean, she had to represent the Church of God and be front and center as like the picture-perfect daughter of a pastor throughout her entire youth. I mean, she was involved in the church choir, Sunday school, she would work the soup kitchen, she would do daily Bible readings, and on Sunday, of course, she had to look her best, Sunday's best. So, needless to say, it was a very strict upbringing. Now, at some point in time, well, her dad, he even bought his own church, probably because he kept getting fired from the other ones, and it was then that the family, they relocated to the Illinois area. Now, growing up, Nala, she was homeschooled nearly her entire life, but there was actually a wild side beginning to brew inside this young churchgoer. That's when she started sneaking out of the house to, well, hook up with boys. And one time she got caught by her mother at 3 a.m. in the morning while doing the deed with another young fella. Oh, the Lord, oh, Jesus Christ. Now, you can imagine, my mom threw a Bible at me when she caught me, and, you know, it happens. Now, Nala got her first job at Hardee's out in Illinois, which afforded her her first car and her first taste of freedom, because now she had a bit of money, she could do what she wanted. So from there, she picked up another job as a waitress at a breakfast bar inside the local shopping mall, and well, these fast food gigs, they allowed her to move out on her own, and that's at the age of 15 or 16. Now, this also gave her her first indication about how to make some real money using, well, her God-given assets. Now, she told the Daily Mirror, "I got a job as a breakfast waitress, and I'd flirt outrageously for tips. I was obsessed with the attention I could get in a skimpy outfit. I even used to take off my bra under tight-fitting tops. I was so obvious with my sexuality. Even then, as a 16-year-old pastor's daughter, I knew that sex work would be my calling." Yeah, I'm sure that breakfast bar in the mall, the attendance skyrocketed, right? The guys like, this girl's out of control. Now, at 18 years old, she enrolled in the State College of Florida, and she had plans of becoming a dental hygienist, and then she soon landed a job as a surgical scheduler for an orthopedic company. Now, this was around 2016, and that's when Nala was just 18 years old. So all of a sudden, she dropped out of school, she's living in Florida, She's got money coming in. The world was her oyster. Now, it was at this point in time that Nala came to the conclusion that she had had enough with the church. She had enough with her parents. She was going to go do things her way. So she was looking for a new outlet, and that's when she started posting to Instagram about fitness and exercise. But initially, it was under the handle of fitness_Nala. Now, her posts of being at the gym and wearing, tight clothing, well, that soon turned into skimpy clothing, which then led to her fans suggesting that she start an OF account. Now, within her first month on the platform, well, she earned a whopping $85,000. And within 6 months, well, she was a bona fide millionaire.
It started slow. I started OnlyFans. I made like $85,000 the first month.
Now from there, well, she was still all in on making the most of this newfound opportunity, so she decided to double down. For a while there, well, Nalaray, she was absolutely everywhere. She could be seen alongside Jack Doherty and his fleet of women. I mean, that young guy's trying to be the new Dan Bilzerian. Girls everywhere, and I'm sure none of them were actually interested in him. Oh, Dan Bilzerian wannabe, right? She was at industry parties, she was on podcasts. She was going viral every time she stuck out her tongue and rolled her eyes to the back. Now, she even would talk about how her dad was supporting her new career and that her father was actually relying on some of that money so he could support himself. Ugh.
My mom would say, absolutely quit. My dad, he'd be like, oh my God, no, why would you ever quit?
Your dad would say that?
My dad would say that I send money to my dad so that he can be comfortable with their family.
He's a pastor?
No, he's not a pastor anymore. They stopped being a pastor when I was like 18.
She would also post videos of her Porsche and her walk-in closet filled with designer goods. She would go on shopping sprees where she would drop thousands of dollars on purchases like a bracelet. And then she started dating a fella, also an OF model. His name was Alfie, and the two of them, well, they lived together in a $3.1 million Los Angeles mansion. But to afford all this, well, of course, the woman, she still had to work. And as mentioned in the intro, well, she had as many as 7,000 loyal fans that she would interact with on the daily. You know what that means, right? It's like posting to your group, sending out sexy photos, updates about her wild escapades, keeping them as paying subscribers. Whatever it takes, I'm sure. But it was her appearance on countless podcasts where she spoke about her wild ways, including cheating, and in an early podcast, when she was asked if her family was okay with her OnlyFans lifestyle. But then out of nowhere, well, something finally changed. And Nala, well, this woman, she decided she didn't want to be this person anymore. Now, all of a sudden, she decided that she was going to get rebaptized. So what happened? Was there some kind of like Drake Bell fiasco going on behind the scene? Was someone pimping her out and she said enough is enough? Nope. It turns out it was all because she'd found herself a new boyfriend. That's what Nala told the NY Post. Honestly, it was crazy. He's actually a devout Christian. He started praying over me and sending me Bible verses and just being so loving in a way that wasn't romantic. Well, Nala had a big change of heart, decided this career was no longer for her, and she then deleted all of her adult content from all of her accounts. Now, she's now posting about her newfound relationship with God, and of course, she posted the video of her getting rebaptized. Now, she stated, "The Bible talks about how sin is pleasurable, like money, getting money is pleasurable. You know now that you have finances, you can pay for things. It's super enticing, but man, if I could go back to myself, I would hug myself so tight and look her in the eyes and shake her and just be like, please don't make this decision. I tell her how worth it she is to this world and how special she is to this world." Now, side note, now Nala, seeing as she's returned to the light, well, it turns out that all of her siblings who had cut her off, blocked her because they were in their own religious pursuits, said, I got no time for this. Well, they've forgiven her, right? That's great news. As for her father, well, the guy's still pissed. And I think it's because he can't cash her checks no more. For real. Anyway, this is a shocking story. This girl is blowing up everywhere. An absolute, just a huge story. She's now going on religious podcasts, talking about, she's basically danced with the devil, and she's telling people it wasn't worth it. Although she's still holding on to that $9 million. What do you guys think of Nala? Do you think it's all an act? Do you think she's really had a change of heart? Do you think it's just this boyfriend who's influencing her? She'll be back. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. My name is Michael McCrudden. I'll see you guys in another video. Oh.